Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Due to homeschooling constraints yesterday, I was a few notes short. So we're going to jump right back in where we left off yesterday. And I hope you guys enjoy this one. Seems like the last couple of videos, you guys have gotten some traction. This is kind of a continuance, almost a part 3. We're digging into the rioting, everything that's going on there. And there were some things that William Barr and our president both said in an interview yesterday or in a press conference that I didn't get to cover. So I want to jump right into that. Hang in there. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video, former car vlogger, now an independent citizen journalist. You make that possible with your donations to Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. There are 3 links down below the video in the description. Also, you can go to RedRacerVideo.com and get our unmasked t-shirts to reveal the true nature of, to expose. Those shirts are almost gone in men's, medium, large, extra large, and 2 extra large. But I was going to pick some more up today. But again, homeschooling constraints, time running out. I didn't pick them up today. I'm going to pick them up hopefully tomorrow early on. Have them back on the website. Thank you everybody who is buying those. New designs coming, mugs coming, hoodies coming. A lot happening. So thank you everybody. One more time, RedRacerVideo.com. Okay, so jumping right back in so that I don't run out of time again because I do have something else coming up right after this. It seems like I cannot quite keep up with things these days, but I am doing my best. So our president, William Barr, again, yesterday in a meeting, I said this already in yesterday's video, but there was, again, some notes that I missed, so I want to jump back into where I left off and kind of had to cut yesterday's video short. William Barr made some statements about all that's going on, about the rioting, and he mentioned about, and I mentioned this part in the video, about how all the people they arrested, 100 of the 170-something people that were arrested were all from out of town. They were all shipped in to create problems, to riot, to burn things down, to hurt people, to kill people. That was their job. So William Barr not only mentioned that, which I mentioned in my video, he went on to mention they've been following and tracking these people since the beginning of these riots. So I think that even myself, but I know a lot of you, myself, and many, many other people watch this and go, man, this is terrible. This is absolutely gut-wrenching to see people getting killed, executed on the streets for supporting Donald Trump. Getting hit with bricks and ice, again, still haven't even gone to look whether or not the guy that got hit with a brick just crossing the street, whether he died. But the dude got hit for being a white guy in khaki shorts and New Balance shoes. Like, that's what the dude got hit for. And I know there's a lot of people that watch this and are bothered by it. I don't want to keep dwelling on that because it's been an area where I've, had to seek help, so to speak. It's been something that's really, I've mentioned before, I am looking around twice. I am making sure there's not a death squad behind me of people in the right formation getting ready to roll up. Someone in my position saying what I say on the internet, I'm only smart to do so. So a lot of the people in that position, or a lot of the people watching this that aren't just watching the news, that are watching what's really going on, are nervous about what's going on. And they think that nothing is happening. Bill Barr, in that press conference, made it very clear that it couldn't be farther from the truth. The reason that the mainstream media and the Democrats are freaking out about the president and William Barr bringing federal agents or soldiers or whoever they are, sometimes they just work for agencies and they're just called agents, but they are absolutely military trained people. But so that's why there's kind of some gray area on what they're called. But if they're federal and they come in, the press, the media, the Democrats wanted really hard to say that our president was turning the military against the people. It's not true. He's using the military and federal agents against the rioters. He's not using them against the peaceful protesters. These people, again, many, many videos I've talked about this, they stand behind those people and cause problems and then make it look like the police are going after innocent protesters. They've been watching this the whole time. Bill Barr said, we've been watching this the whole time. They've been casing these people. They watch what they do. They watch what cars they're in. I'm sure they then watch where they go, what cards they use. They're tracking this all the way back to the top. In the Letter That I Love's posts, he has talked, or they have talked. And again, real quick in the description, I've already failed on my YouTube stuff. Real quick, there are not some links, but some people that I follow, some places that I get my information. I used to link them. I don't anymore, because I worry that those links could be what was making my channel get ejecto-cetoed by YouTube. So I've tried to minimize that, but X22 Report, excellent resource. He's talked about this. He has talked about Q's posts on this several times. It hurts to watch, but this has to play out. We have to let this happen, but these people are being watched. We do know their playbook. We knew what they were going to do, and because of that, it's real now easy to go and build a case, which is, I'm sure, what they're doing as all of this goes on. All of this is being documented. They have all the information. They know who's funding these people. They can prove it now. Our president, I missed this until earlier today. Our president was on with Laura, and she asked him, and he talked about a plane full of people dressed like BLM. They're all dressed in black. A plane full of them that got moved from one place to another to create problems. He didn't bring it up just willy-nilly. Our president doesn't do that. That was a shot across the bow. That was our president saying, oh, you know that plane full of people you brought in? We know all about it. We watched it. We're documenting it. We know where all of them went afterwards. And we know everything they did, everybody they talked to. We've been watching the whole thing. You're all screwed. That's how the president does that. So again, he didn't say any of that in this interview. All he said was, there's a plane full of people. I think what his exact words were pretty close to it was, Laura, like for instance, there's a plane full of these people. They're all dressed in all black. They all look like hoodlums, like thugs. They get shipped from one place. This plane gets put one to another. We wonder about maybe who pays for these planes. He basically said we know. It was brilliant. Just like rewinding to yesterday's press conference or presser where William Barr and our president both made it very clear, we're watching everything. Later on, this goes back to a little bit tying back into my videos before previously. I'm getting comments from people, and I've had a couple of people reach out to me, one through Instagram, one through email, that kind of said, I really, really like you, Jared. I feel like you're getting a little bit too carried away here and you might get some people hurt. Let me rewind a little bit and make it very clear what my stance is on violence. I echo the sentiment of our president on this one. I know there's a lot of people that got upset when our president basically said, I want people to stand down and let law handle it. But that's what he means. He didn't say in that statement, put your arms down, put your hands in the air and let these people come and bum rush you. That's not what he said. He wants you to stand up for yourselves. He's fighting for us to keep our weapons. But what he's saying is don't go 2 towns over and start trouble. What I heard was if Black Lives Matter is coming to Utah, but they're coming somewhere that I have to drive 10 or 15 minutes to get to, what I heard him say was, I'm better served staying with me and mine and protecting me and mine should it ever come to that. I have confidence that in my area, and I know some of the local police in my area, I have confidence that in my area it won't come to that. They will swiftly deal with it. And if they don't, I'm kind of out in the country-ish area, outskirts of town, to where I think that there are plenty of country boys that aren't going to let this kind of thing happen. But 2 towns over, maybe it's another story. What I heard the president say to us was, law and order, I'm going to keep funding police as soon as any mayor or governor, whoever it is, asks us for help. We are there immediately. We fix the problem in 45 minutes or less. But those mayors or governors have to ask us. So if you're in a town where you're being affected and your town's being torn to shreds and people are being forced to defend themselves with their ARs, even 17-year-olds, don't be mad at the president for that. Don't be mad at the kid who defended himself. Be mad at the politicians who intentionally let that happen. And make no mistake about it, these representatives that you supposedly voted in, we think they cheat their way in. But they let these things happen. They made the conscious decision to let these things happen. They had stand-down orders on police all across Democratic cities, all the ones that burned. It is very, very easy to see. It is not Republican cities and states that have these issues. And I'm a Republican in a Republican state. Guess what? The cities that have had the little isolated burn down a cop car and break into some buildings and make it look bad, those just so happen to have Democratic leadership. Weird, huh? It's easy. It's go look it up. It's 99 point something %, I bet you. All the problems, all the places struggling, everywhere with homeless, everywhere, the majority of the homeless, everywhere with massive drug problems, everywhere with huge budget deficits, all the states that are burning to the ground with all these coincidental hundreds of fires at the same time, all the states with old people dying in their nursing homes and leading the charge for pushing the death toll of the false flag flu. All of these places are democratically run states/cities. I have never been political in my life until the last 4.5, 5 years. And it's only because I was forced to. I won't bore you with a real long story here, but I want to give you guys a quick background on where I'm at. I am not a Republican. I do not stand as a Republican on these issues. I always I will continue to be an independent. And all along, all I want is, for me, very simple. And I said this a couple of videos ago, so I'll be quick when I repeat it. But all I want to do is be able to give my kids an excellent life, keep them safe, teach them to help people. I want to positively affect the people around me, leave people better than I found them. I am not in any way, shape, or form a perfect person. I learn on a daily mistakes that I have made for countless years of my life. But I will always, always, always vote my heart and my family's safety and my safety, as every one of you should be able to do. Keep your eyes open on what's happening. Our president, the leadership, they are making it clear they quietly support the people who do stand up for themselves. And that's why they went and made an appearance in Kenosha after a 17-year-old used an AR, defended himself, in my opinion, to this point anyway, with what I've seen. They went in support of him. I still say that that was their way of going and saying, well done, Kenosha, you handled it good. They still lost some businesses. There was a street that got destroyed, but people stood up for themselves. Several people, or at least multiple people, died that were on the dark side's mercenary insurgent squad. And 100 people in that force were also arrested that were from other states. So maybe there were people in there that were also part of it, but they're taking L's on the daily, folks. They are taking losses on the daily. Run these things by your heart. Do the same thing I do. In my opinion, it's just keep things simple. I know it's really easy to get overwhelmed with all that is going on. It's not as overwhelming as it seems if we just keep things simple. And this is going to tie everything I said in. I'm going to review it all real quick in the end. And if everybody made it to the end, this will be the easiest part. You could have not paid attention the whole video, and you're going to hear everything I said real quick. Our president, William Barr, are all over what's going on. They are watching this incredibly closely. Every piece of footage you've seen on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news, on all of it, they have all of that. And then some. And they've got all of that put together start to finish. They know everything. It is all calculated. They know who's going where. They know who the insurgent forces are. They know who's funding them. They know all of it. Now they're just putting together the script so that they can show it to all of us and we can see it. They can present it in a way that keeps all of America on the same page and doesn't start a civil war. A lot of you think we're on the verge of a civil war, including some of my close friends. I still don't. I still think the goal is to keep everybody just cool enough until it's time to reveal everything. And then there will be enough information, there will be enough people who have woken up that it won't be civil war. Will there be some cities in our country where there'll be some people that pop off and people have to flex their muscles and show them? Yes. Will it be like a countrywide civil war? Absolutely not. If you guys can try and stay cool, continue to stick with logic, continue to kill people with facts, not with bullets, not with fights, not with nothing. Kill the old them. Kill the old mentality that relied on the news. Kill that with logic, facts, and love. And I promise you, these people are coming out left and right every single day. Not an exaggeration. Every single day I hear from more than, I don't want to lie, so I'm going to use a careful number, more than 2 people. Every day there's at least 2 people who message me, email me, somehow get to me to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see this sooner. There are people daily waking up, and this is just on my channel. I'm a little bitty YouTuber. Much bigger channels than me, waking up many more people than me. Stay strong. We are we're unbeatable together. United we stand. I love you all. Today you're getting off easy again. I've got a meeting coming up. My little thing just came on the phone to remind me I've got 10 minutes. Got to go make sure the kids are good to go. I got to get on a call. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Jared RedRacer video. Before you go, RedRacerVideo.com. Go buy shirts. I'm reloading them tomorrow. If your size is not there, it will be there tomorrow. RedRacerVideo.com. New designs, hoodies, mugs, everything coming. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one.